This is a map of nukes of Europe, and Greeks want to know if Greece has nuclear capabilities, and are they ready to be used by engaging in an exchange of blows. Society has a right to know to protect itself. And this is from the High Geostrategic Team. As we see on the map, you'll see that the bottom 6 o'clock position has a white dot. That's the island of Crete. Crete has a very big U.S. base there. It even has the USS Bush there, an aircraft carrier, because it wants to protect Greece against Turkish events against the Aegean. We know that the U.S. has a lot of interest in the Aegean Sea gas and petroleum reserves, and Greece has an agreement with Israel concerning the offshore drilling around Cyprus, which is around the 5 o'clock position right there, as you can see. And Turkey, which is just about between the 5 and 6 o'clock position, has 3 white dots, as you can see there. Turkey does have nuclear capabilities. Now, above, I would just say west of the mushroom cloud there, you have Ukraine. That's basically the area of Russia and Ukraine. I know this is very confusing. It's not a very clear map. So, the nuclear weapons that exist on Turkish soil, the headache of the USA, have behind the scenes launched balancing movements in our region directly involving our country, Greece, that is, in a nuclear death spiral about which the Greek people know absolutely nothing, if there will be no tomorrow. On that basis, information which cannot be disputed, once upgraded B-6112 gravity bombs, the 12th American upgrade, to have replaced the old type found in the known places in Greece at the rate of 60 to 70%. For the known reasons we see, one is the Russian-Ukraine war and threats to use nuclear weapons. After all, Russia has said that anyone against Russia is an enemy of Russia, which of course includes Greece and everybody in Europe. Now, after all, the U.S. Department of Energy's National Nuclear Security Administration, NNSA, had long before announced this development, saying it had successfully modernized the first B-61 nuclear gravity bomb to increase the country's nuclear deterrent capabilities amid threats of war, and that was in 2020, with Russia and Ukraine and China in the South Sea and the Taiwan Strait. In this context, already from October 1st of this year, and after 48 years, the complete lifting of the arms embargo to Cyprus by the U.S. by decision of the State Department is a historical event, which, in combination with the defense cooperation between Greece and the USA, the mammoth bill passed the Senate entitled U.S.-Greece Defense and Interparliamentary Partnership 2021, which was recently voted with 101 yes by the Greek Parliament, turns our country into potential nuclear holocaust and a field of exchange, quote-unquote, nuclear-tipped ballistic missiles. This development is now so close that it's a crime not to inform society so that it can prepare. You're therefore not interested in our lives, but now we reach the ballot box in complete ignorance as sheeple to the slaughter. This is by a High Geostrategic Team of Greece. And to tell you the truth, we don't even know. Since antiquity, I've said this many a time before, since antiquity, Greece is full of underground tunnels and areas that are so big that you can fit carpet looms inside. Okay, you can pass horse and chariots through, and we don't know who built these underground tunnels, but they were used by ancient Greeks even at the time when they were fighting against the Persians in Marathon, about 500 BC. That's how they escaped from Marathon through Athens, under Athens, to go to the port of Piraeus, to get on ships to bring the women and children to safety as the men were fighting. The men were to be fighting the Persians. So I had a book on these underground tunnels of Greece. I lost it. I just flipped through the pictures and maps. Most engineers and archaeologists are aware of those underground tunnels. Politicians and their friends and families know of these underground tunnels Of course, they're part of the quote-unquote elite who will be able to use them. I had a friend in my neighborhood in north of Athens, in Ekali, which showed me one of the caves under the mountains, where she showed me the entrance through a field of bushes, and she said, "You want to go up there?" I said, "No, I don't, because I don't want to be bitten by, we have poisonous snakes in Greece, adder snakes, the kind that bit Cleopatra and she died, okay, of ancient Egypt. So we have adder snakes and they're poisonous." I said, "I don't want to go through that field, because we used to see, when it rained, we used to see the baby adder snakes on our roads. So, full of that, this country is full of snakes, and I didn't want to go in there." She said they change the food in there every 6 months. Okay, so she knew of that because her brother, a long time ago, used to be in the municipality of the area, so he was told where these things were, these, what should we call them, shelters, bomb shelters were, and she says they change the food there every 6 months. She showed me where it was. So some people know where these are. Most people don't know where these are. That's the situation. So I didn't even know we had nuclear capabilities. I'm sure a lot of Europeans don't know that they have so much nuclear capability. Look at the map from London, all the way across down to Italy. You see those white dots, and around Scandinavia, the blue ones as well. So God forbid if anything like this happens. Please leave your comments. Thank you for your support. I've translated this for you from a Greek article. Thank you. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support, and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.